Hello, my shining stars, Aries. This is your horoscope for December. And before we start, I just have to tell you that your December looks very interesting. You have a party of a new moon, sun, and retrograde Mercury in your house 9. So definitely you will be busy with some bureaucratical matters or legal matters, getting the official documents or certificates. Definitely you will travel somewhere or plan a trip somewhere, as well as you will receive some news regarding higher education. And of course, you will reconnect with people who are dear to your heart. On the 1st of December, we have the new moon in Sagittarius in your house 9. But also, this new moon is not just any new moon. It happens with a conjunction with the big fixed star Antares, who is also considered the guardian of the sky. And it's a fixed star of the past. It means that some legal matters or something that started in the past will have a new twist, will have a new energy. Pardon my voice, I still probably have fever, but I try to give you information as early as possible because your research is done. The fixed star Antares is the star that rules expansion, big horizons, as well as Sagittarius constellation, and the new moon will be in Sagittarius, will give you extra energy that you were missing in your house 9, house of faraway lands, travels, trips, high education, getting visas. And for you, it grants the fulfillment of your dreams and your plans. And despite the fact that it gives you favorable energy to get visas to travel in the faraway lands, please keep in mind that your retrograde Mercury is still, for half a month, is in the same house, house of trips and travels. So if you haven't seen the retrograde Mercury video for Aries, please check it out. I give you more information there. The only thing that I would like to mention here is this time is an amazing time for passing the exams, especially if you try the second time. Amazing time. On the 4th of December, quite tense aspect is the square between Sun and Saturn and Mercury retrograde and Jupiter. And these squares, they will have effect on houses 3, 9, and 12. Just be aware December 4th is not a good time for apply for any visas or to go to faraway lands. Keep in mind that not everything, especially trips and travels, will not go smooth. Keep this in mind and pack certain things. Sometimes you cannot avoid travels and trips on the bad lunar days or bad aspect days. So you need to think in advance what might happen and, for example, pack certain necessary things in your carry-on if you can, because if your luggage is lost, at least you will have something to wear. For example, it's just an example, but keep in mind, December 4, avoid that day. Do not schedule negotiations or do not schedule court cases. And don't be surprised if the court case will be rescheduled. Educational cycle or appointment in the hospital on that day. Mars, your ruler, the planet of energy, drive, as well as conflicts, will go retrograde on December 6th in your house 5, and it means that certain things that you will start in December will have to be redone, reviewed, replanned, rescheduled, and retrograde will be until the end of February 2025. And if, my fiery friend, you have a problem to express yourself or to maintain your passion or aggression management, by the end of this cycle of retrograde Mars, you will become a very skillful diplomat. On the same day, December 6th, Sun will conjunct Mercury retrograde in your house 9. It means that you will see the new opportunities with foreigners, with the international firms. Please pay attention to your dreams and to the information around you. It will be lots of information, and if you are wondering about some answers on the questions that you have currently, you will be given the answers and they will be around you. More than that, the ideas that you will receive on that day around December 6th will have very lucrative, will be very potent, and can bring you money in the nearest 3 or 4 months. On December 7th, Venus, the planet of beauty, love, pleasures, gifts, inspiration, will enter Aquarius in your house of dreams, house 11. It's also the house of big groups, online spaces. The biggest thing is that Venus will have a conjunction with Pluto, which is the transformer of our fate. And when they align together, they give birth to a very powerful, a very lucky, positive aspect that will last a year in your house of dreams. That's why mark this day, December 7th. Take some time off, celebrate, show yourself that you love yourself, do something pleasurable for yourself, make wishes, spend this day in a joyful and pleasurable atmosphere. You will have opportunities, and Pluto brings big money in your house of audiences, crowds, public speeches, everybody who works with advertising, marketing, as well as second chances in your third marriage or with your grandkids, if you have any. There will be some tough and tense aspects around December 10th. So most probably you will have to make some corrections to your plans regarding relocation, education, or any trade contracts. But on December 12th, avoid any agreements. If it's possible, avoid going out and do crazy intense things, because on that day Venus, the planet of pleasures as well as signifies as female energy, it has the square aspect with Mars, which is the masculine energy, and the conflict between house 5 and 11 will give you the delays, or the opposite result between your house of love, house of pleasures, house 5, and between house 11, house of your dreams. So avoid conflicts with your kids for sure. Do not launch your personal project. Anything regarding joy, don't present your artwork or masterpiece on that day, because Venus has the conflict with Mars. And of course, avoid any conflicts with your loved ones. You just need to survive those 3 days. Full moon in Gemini in your house 3. Keep in mind the Mercury is still retrograde, and the interesting part that this month we have the full moon on the 15th lunar day, which happens very rarely. Usually lunar days, they don't match with our calendar days. I give more information about 15th lunar day in my lunar guidebook. It's available on Kindle Amazon if you're interested. Avoid any operations on the full moon, and Gemini are responsible for the chest area and shoulders. Avoid operations on this part. All the health and beauty information I have in my guide. And when you have a full moon in your house 3, it means the climax. It means the spotlight on that specific matters of that house. It means what it can be. Getting the certificate or ID or driver's license, some news, some new information regarding your education or your closest surrounding, about your roommates, siblings, maybe relatives who will visit you. And Gemini is the air sign as well as the communication, advertising. Certain things will become very clear, and you can hope to get the result around this time if you have any documents, if you're waiting for any documents, ideas, or relocation news. You might see clearly the end of the renovation process or fixing the car process. It's time to get clarity. Just another rainy day, astrologically, December 18th. Time for errors and bad decisions. Avoid any decisions on December 18th. But on December 20th, we are experiencing one of the luckiest aspects of the year, is when Venus, the planet of love and pleasure and gifts and luxury and art, inspiration, everything that we love in our life, has a trine, which is the most luckiest and most beautiful aspect astrologically. between your houses 3 and 11. Big opportunities, luck, dreams coming true. You can plan advertising campaigns, you can do presentations, attending the parties, concerts, you can perform online purchases, they will be very lucrative. If you're seeking for love, online dating will be very promising here. You can meet new love, new look at others or yourself. Also can be the news about pregnancy, if you either expect or not expect it. For those people who married multiple times, this can be, Venus can bring a new love, a new passion if it's your third or fourth marriage. On December 21st, Sun enters Capricorn and it marks the winter solstice. So Sun enters your 10th house, and Sun usually represents father or father-like figure as well as your identity. And on this day, you will basically plan the new year for you. That's why take your time and plant the seeds of your intentions, because you will trigger the algorithm for the new year. It starts on December 21st. And Capricorn loves order. The more detailed, the faster you will see implementations of your dreams. It also can be, I marked for myself, it can be new important decisions. It can be a new car, life-changing events. And the decisions that you will make will have long-lasting consequences. Sun in house 10 means new job, new occupation, a new place of living, new status, can be married, unmarried, divorced, can be new immigrational status if it's your subject. You will get that boost of extra energy to finalize your old projects, as well as your priorities will be shifting. You will see that something that you prioritized last year will have, now you will have a totally different perspectives and views. On December 26th, there is a rainy aspect that will bring some conflicts with banks or management, or the conflict in your family. December 26th, it's a Boxing Day, so the day after Christmas, very likely to have a conflict with your family or siblings, which please make sure that you will avoid conflicts. Yes, it's already preset and pre-planned for you, but it's in your power to avoid it. The lesson for you here is to keep your emotions in control, and you will have more clarity. You would see true faces of people, what they really think, because sometimes you need that clarity. On December 29th, Chiron, the asteroid that was retrograde for such a long time, will finally go direct, and it will be in your sign, fiery sign. And Chiron is the magical planet that gives you that trampoline that you can jump and elevate yourself, not just gradually from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, but from 1 to 10. And it can be anything you want. It can be in your status, in your money, because Chiron is in your house 1, house of body, identity. You basically will have the ability to crack the code and to manifest your reality, what you really want to achieve. So first Sun gives you this opportunity, then Venus with Jupiter in your house of dreams gives you this opportunity, and now the magic is on your side. Believe in this magic or not, because something that we cannot explain we call magic, but actually it's the algorithms of universe. And on the 30th of December, we have a new moon in your house 10 in Capricorn. It means new plans, recovery for your parents if they're sick, new job, new opportunities, new occupation, new status, getting the results. And of course, it's the new energy of your new goals, new achievements, and awards. I would recommend you to sit down and write down what you achieved over a year. Do not focus on minuses, only on those things that you can pat yourself on the shoulder and say how great you did this year, because you definitely have something to be proud of. You're the sign of overachievers, oversacrificers. I don't know if this word exists, but you know what I mean. You will give anything for people who you love, and you always want to do more and right now. Your fire will give birth to wonderful aspects in the beginning of 2025. I will really appreciate if you like this video and leave a comment under it. Thank you very much for spending this time with me, and I hope to see you in my future videos. Have a wonderful December. Goodbye.